You ever notice how many salespeople are sort of male, left-handed, colorblind, ADD dyslexics? And they're great. They're the Richard Bransons of the world, right?
So how do you hire enough salespeople and train enough salespeople you could really build a team? So I imagine you work with a lot of teams. You know what works in certain teams and what doesn't work. So tell me how to really build the right sales team, or how to build a functional sales team.
Well, I think you got to keep the teams much smaller than folks think. So throwing bodies at sales and then waiting for them to fail. The standard in sales is we hire somebody, we put them in a territory, and 6 months later we fire them.
Yep.
We call it putting them on a PIP, right? But we're really just firing them some sort of slow way. And so we find a couple of things. One is in the interview process, anybody who wants to work for us has got to get on our system. We want to listen to them, talk to people. That is the number one way, not to hire more, but to hire better. Because somebody who can't hold a cold call certainly can't close a 6-figure deal. That's all there is to it. So we want to find out, can they even jump over, like a little stack of pennies before we ask them to pole vault 17 feet? So that one is super effective. Second, give them an environment where they're getting to do what they want to do, what they're good at. Most salespeople, I'll be frank, they don't read very well. The great readers and math guys in school did not go into sales. They just didn't, because the intuitions that you need around human beings tend to develop more when you're challenged at a young age with just life, and life is school when you're young. School is very challenging if you have dyslexia or anything like it, if you have ADD or anything like it. You ever notice how many salespeople are sort of male, left-handed, colorblind, ADD dyslexics? And they're great. They're the Richard Bransons of the world, right? They're incredibly capable of causing you or I to think new thoughts, things we never considered before just by talking to us. Okay, well, those are the greatest salespeople. So why are we asking them to be administrators of a CRM? So number 2 is take all of the administrative burden away from your salespeople that you can, and measure that by asking this question. How many hours a day or minutes or whatever are they spending in actual conversations with customers? So I go through my team's conversations, not the cold calls. Those are easy. There's too many of them. But I actually go through the meetings every day. I sit there with one of those meeting summarizers on my phone, with whiskey over here on the side, and I just go one after another. And it's like, I get impressions of what's going on in the business, where our challenges are. I'm kind of on the front lines. I'm not doing it to critique individual reps. I'm doing it to get a feel for the business. None of those reps had to do anything except show up at those meetings and move the ball forward. And if they're meeting 2, 3, 4 times a day, I'm happy. If they're meeting once a week, I wonder what's going on. They can't be happy. So why would a great one come to work for a company that turns them into a CRM admin?
Yeah. Oh, they hate it.
They hate it.